Good morning. Welcome to week 4 of our Yamas and Niyamas. Today we're on Yama number 4, which is Brahmacharya. And so if you haven't done week 3 yet with Asteya and you'd like to go give that one a try, just go find the recording and do that if that's comfortable, or if you'd like to just jump in with us today, that's fine as well. Before we get started, I want to just offer up today, if it's comfortable for you, grab a mala if you have one, or maybe a favorite stone if you use malas and stones. And if you don't, that's okay. I'm going to encourage you to just either take your index finger and thumb together, or your ring finger or your middle finger and thumb together, and you're just going to make light tapping here with either one through the meditation, just to kind of give your mind something to focus on. So grab whatever you might want. If you've got a mala, just use it to, just like you would on a regular meditation. You're just going to take it and just come through each of the beads. We're not going to do any mantra with this one. It's just something to keep your mind occupied. If you're using a stone, maybe use it in one of your hands to just rub it, just as something to keep yourself busy. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. And I encourage you today as well, if you'd like to sit up tall today, that's fine. If you'd like to lay down, if that's more comfortable for you, go ahead and find a position that's really comfortable. And then gently start to let your eyes close. And just start to follow your breath. Don't worry about the length of the breath right now. Just notice the breath on the inhale and the exhale. Just paying attention to how the breath feels today, wherever it might rest in your body. And as you're following your breath, if you did do Yama 3 with us last week, which is Asteya, so non-stealing, just take a moment to reflect on how that Yama showed up for you. If there was any patterns or tendencies that you noticed as your week progressed that maybe gave you a chance to pause and think differently about a way of response or a way of reaction. And just give grace for whatever showed up for you. As we do these yamas, sometimes it can unpack some things we're not ready for. And so we just have to sit for a moment with it and give it grace. And trust the process that's coming with it. And as we start to move into this week's meditation, grab whatever you're going to use, whether it be your mala or your stone or your fingers that are going to tap gently together. And just place that wherever is comfortable. And if you'd like, you can use your right hand to tap, or use your malas and your left hand to rest on your knee. And keeping your eyes closed, just start to pay attention to whatever modality you might be using. And as you're staying here with your breath, start to imagine your breath as a stream. And on the inhale, it moves up the body and it moves energy around. And as you breathe out, it moves down and pulls the energy out. As you breathe in, the stream moves in the body upward, moving energy. And as you breathe out, it moves down the body, bringing energy down and out. Keep following this image of the stream, moving energy in and out. And as you follow the stream, use the pulsing of the fingers or your stone or your mala just to help you bring rhythm to the breath. And if you find that's too distracting, you can come to counted breath. 3 counts in on the inhale as the stream moves up, and 5 counts out on the exhale as the stream moves down. Well, now imagine on the breath in, the energy that's moving is shifting and starting to unblock areas you've been holding on to. See if you can feel the energy as it pulses through the body on the inhale. And with the breath out, imagine whatever's shifting to move and possibly release from the body. As you're inhaling in, the energy shifting, unblocking things that you might be holding on to. And as you breathe out, whatever shifting is moving and releasing from the body. As you breathe in, the energy shifts. And as you breathe out, the energy releases. And now allow your breath to just come to a normal breathing pattern. And you can stay with your mala or your tapping fingers or your stone. And just pause here for a moment, just connecting with your body. And again, following your breath. Noticing where it goes on the inhale and where it goes on the exhale. And our 4th Yama for this week is Brahmacharya. And in the yogic texts, it talks about celibacy and truly being connected to your energy and living a life of purity. And that's not always obtainable for what we call a householder, which most of us are. And so this week, to live Brahmacharya, I want us to think about what it means to be connected to our needs and to the broader community around us. to start to reflect and look at how are we using our time and our energy. And is it for things that build us up or to things that drain us? And we have to remember that life will always take more. It'll always take whatever we're willing to give. And sometimes we don't recognize when we've given too much and we've drained ourselves of our energy and we've given up too much of our time. And so I want us to think about this week, are there boundaries we can begin to set around what we need in order to thrive? What does thriving look like for you? And just for a moment, think about whatever might come to your mind here. But as we meditate on Brahmacharya and move into our week, start to notice, where are you exhausting energy or time that gives you nothing in return? Where are you possibly lacking a boundary or space to heal from? And what's one thing you can start doing to either build a boundary, use your energy or time differently, or find a new way to support your family, your community, or yourself? And we always have to start with ourselves first. So if you're not creating space and time for you to rest, be creative, replenish your energy, you're not going to be able to give wholly to your family or community, and you won't be able to thrive. Living in burnout is not a place we should stay. And yes, it's part of life, but this Yama is a reminder to us that we need to be connected to our needs just as much as to the world around us. It's not to be selfish. It's just acknowledging where we can give a little bit more to creating space and time and energy so that we can thrive. And our mantra or intention for this week is similar to last week, because with some of these we need to have grace. And so repeat to yourself if you find you're in reaction or having a hard time creating a boundary or space, or if you break a boundary you've built or take away time that you've set aside. And just pause and say, I give myself grace for where I am today. I give myself grace for where I am today. I give myself grace for where I am today. And gently coming back to your breath. Let's take a few more moments here to follow the passage of breath in and out. And let's all take a big breath in together. And exhale, sigh it out. And again, take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Gently bow your chin to your chest, and just for a moment, give yourself gratitude and grace. And then extend that gratitude and grace to the broader community around you. And I thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.